What's your name, sir?
Colonel Murray.
What's your favorite joke?
My favorite joke, these two French nuns visit New York City. So they're in Central Park, and the hot dog vendor pushes his cart through. So they wanted to try this curious American food. So they got the hot dogs, went over to the bench and sat down. So the first nun looked at the hot dog and threw it in his trash container. And she turned to the other French nun and said, "What part of the dog did you get?"
You know, it's not easy. You guys think it's easy to come up here and make people laugh. Well, this next entertainer is my favorite comedy magician. I saw him at Chuckles. He was just a local guy back then. He had the loudest applause. Seriously, folks, I had to hold my ears. It was so loud. He's here to entertain you. He's one of my favorites. Please welcome Michael Finney.
Thank you very much. Very nice to be here. Just by a round of applause, how many people here appreciate the fine art of magic performed correctly? This could be a major disappointment to some of you. Keep in mind, I didn't always want to be a magician, but when my sister told me she was getting $100 a trick, $85, that's all that cane does. The hat was $110, it just sits there. I used to put rabbits in the hat that they would pee, and that pissed me off. Now I have those lucky rabbit's feet for sale. You think that's funny? You ought to see that rabbit run around the house now. Let me know if I'm going too fast. The other day I was watching a television program. On there they had a magician. He did a most extraordinary trick. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He threw 1, 2, 3 into a hat. He still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I sat there pretty stunned myself. I thought it was a coma. I wished you would have thought it was a joke. I wanted to learn how to do the tricks. I went down to a shop right in Phoenix known as Bert Easley's Fun Shop. Went inside, said, "Bert, do you have the trick where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards? He throws 1, 2, 3 into a hat. He still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards." He turned to me and said, "Mike, I'm stunned." A lot like you folks are right now. Then he said, "I know the trick you're talking about. Saw a guy on television 2 weeks ago. Had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He threw 1, 2, 3 towards a hat. He still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards." I said, "Bert, that's it." He said, "Mike, we don't have that trick." I failed to see the humor in that myself. I said, "Bert, when do you think you could get it?" He said, "Mike, give me a week." I waited a week, went back, said, "Bert, do you have the trick where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards? He throws 1, 2, 3 into a hat. He still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He turned to me and said, "Mike, I'm real sorry we weren't able to get that trick for you." Yeah, I was pretty bummed out myself. A little more than you folks are. Not to worry, I called New York Louis Tannen. This guy has every trick in the book. I invite you all to come back next week. I'll have the one where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He throws 1, 2, 3 into an incredibly dead audience. You people act like you see this stuff every day. He still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards left. That's it. Oh man, you shouldn't have moved. That joke would look real good on your head. I get to, by the way, if you're lucky enough to get glitter in your drink, go ahead and drink it. It's a lot of fun when you pee. Sometimes I do it just to entertain my friends. I get to travel around quite a bit these days. I'm very fortunate, but I've got a couple of pet peeves. Why is it hotel curtains never close all the way? Okay, that's just a thought. Why does "do not disturb" means knock louder, I'm sleeping? I sense a lot of you people don't get to travel, huh? Let me see if I can do some material we can all relate on. I'm probably going to have to say goodnight. I don't like single-ply toilet tissue. Okay, I think I hit the nut. See, I want something that does the job the first time through and doesn't require any part of my hand. I like telling that joke because the honest people look at each other going, God, you too? I don't like loud, boisterous laughter coming from the kitchen area of a Denny's. At 3 a.m., I want it all business back there. Last thing I want is a chef's surprise. Last but not least, I don't care for male stewardesses. Call me insensitive, but call me straight. There's just something about that guy wanting to put my seat in its full and upright position I don't like. Don't offer me a Coke, I'm not thirsty. A pillow or a blanket won't be necessary because I'm not going to sleep. I'll be watching every move you make, Stevie. So why don't you just float on by? I'm sure there's something for you to do in the rear of the airplane. The next time you go on a plane and you don't want anybody to sit next to you, this is a little foolproof plan I have worked out and it'll work for you. Go on with the pre-boards, get yourself situated, and then reach forward and pull out that puke bag. Now what I do is I set mine on my lap. And then I stare intensely at anyone who even thinks they're going to sit next to me. Last time nobody sat in a 6-seat radius, I could have camped out. There's not a lot to do on planes unless you get to take a trip across country. Then you might get to watch a movie. Otherwise, you're limited to listening to a Walkman or reading. Some of these bigger planes have phones on them now. Domino's owes me a pizza. I think that's pretty funny too, but to tell you the truth, I feel kind of bad because I saw the kid go by twice. I wanted those pizzas. I'm tired of those 8 nuts to a bag shit they give you on planes. They walk by and go, here's a whole bag for you. Oh, no thanks, that's too much for me. No, sir, you have to share them. Thanks for giving me that job. You look good down here, man. Thank you very much. You know, look at that. You just immediately started to applaud. How sensitive of you. You saw me sweating and you felt bad. Thank you. Now I feel better. See, magic's something that can happen just about anywhere. It just depends if you keep watching. No. It's too late, okay? It's too late. I read a funny article my last trip from Indianapolis. This article in USA Today newspaper says that 1 out of every 3 people in the United States today is ugly. I'm sure you, sir, don't find this funny at all. That's okay, man. We're in the same boat. You're just the captain. They said, what you have to do is be real honest with yourself for just a minute. You have to take a good look to the left, and then you have to take a real good look to the right. And if both these people look okay to you, guess what? Not too funny now, is it, buddy? When I'm in a large group of people, I will direct my attention straight ahead. I'm taking for granted that I'm sitting next to the Elephant Man and Dr. Ruth. This woman's not only ugly, she's crazy. She talks about stuff I've never even thought of. And I come from a farming community. All right, some of you are using your imagination. Others will have that joke explained to you on the way home. You're going to be pretty embarrassed laughing all by yourself. Another article I'll touch on real quick with you I read said that small animals make you happy. And I mean, this was an extensive article, said small animals make you happy and healthier. And I was amused because they singled out cats. This article I read said that cats make you happier, healthier, and live longer. So I'm eating 3 a day. That's right, and let me tell you something. Once you get past those fur balls, tastes just like chicken. But those fur balls will come back without a moment's notice. You could be in a situation like tonight, and all of a sudden, it's a scary situation right there. See, my major complaint with cats is people who let them go to the bathroom in the house. Literally, people keep litter boxes in the bathroom. The last thing I want is some kitty throwing litter in my face when I'm reading. One lady told me she kept that litter box in her guest bedroom. Had some friends up from Tucson, said, no thanks, we're just going to drive home tonight. I used to think cats could fly until I saw my dad kick one over the fence. No, I'm serious. He did a flip, a spin, and landed on his feet. I said, God, I got to see that again. So I kicked his ass back. Never said I was a good kicker. Bumped his little head on the top of the fence. Did some stuff he didn't even think he could do. Landed on his feet, said, hey, I got 8 more lives. I'll see you tomorrow. So I threw a rock at him. Arrogant little dude. You want to know how to make a cat sound like a dog? Sprinkle him with gasoline, throw a match on him, he'll go, woof. But only once. So if you want to scare away a burglar, you got to have 2 ready at all times. Woof, woof. That way, if the noise doesn't scare him, the 2 flashes generally does. And did you ever notice it doesn't make any difference what breed of cat you own? Once it's ran over, it looks like a calico. Thank you very much. I know you're having a good time now. What I want to try is a different magic trick here all of a sudden. Ma'am, what is your name? Nancy? Nancy, what color is this? Red would have been the correct answer. Watch closely, Nance. Which hand is the ball in? This is my left, this is my right. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Watch what I'm doing. Which hand is it in now? Okay, ma'am, you're getting closer. Watch. Okay, if you turn your head like this, you're not even going to be able to guess correctly. Okay, watch what I'm doing. You know what? I feel like I've confused you to no end. So I have a little better concept for you. Okay, you're on your own. All right, that's 1 in a row. Okay, I'm going to do this one real slow for you, okay? Okay, man, what hand is it in? I got 2 balls. Tell you what I want you to do. It's a pleasure to meet you. What I want you to do is set your napkin down for just a moment, or whatever it is you have in your hand. I want you to put your hands out like this, okay? I'm going to place 1 ball here and 1 ball here. We're going to hold them up like this. Now what I'm going to do is I want you to close the balls into your hands, okay? What I'm going to try to do is make this ball go into this hand and you will not feel it go. Think I can do that? Think I can do that? Yeah. Once, twice, 3 times. Feel it go? Hold on, I got some wiffle dust. A little bit here and a little bit here. Open up your hands like this. If I take this ball, place it here, this one and place it here, how many do I have in this hand? None. Okay, none. Good answer. Watch, if I take this ball, place it right over here, take this ball, place it back into my pocket, okay? Watch. Which hand is the ball in? You're wrong. The ball's in this hand. Your watch is in this hand. By the way, if anyone's interested in a watch, I will have a fine selection in the lobby after tonight's program. Come take a look. It might be something you used to like a lot. I notice there's a lot of people drinking out here, and I'll tell you what, a lot of times you go out with like 6 or 8 people, even-numbered couples, you're sitting at a dinner restaurant, everybody's ordered a round of drinks, they're eating appetizers. Ultimately, someone will turn to somebody at the table and go, could I have a sip of your drink? I personally hate that. I hate that to no end because those people are cheap. I said, buy your own drink you want to drink. Don't be drinking from mine. But then they think you're rude and you don't want to share. So to avoid this whole situation, the next time you go out and you order a drink, follow in this fashion upon receiving your drink. Sure, man, take a big drink. My name is Michael Finney. Thank you all very, very much. Thanks.
Michael Finney, give him another round of applause.